Hey, it's Roy Richardson, your friendly big tech troublemaker, and tonight we're going to talk about a topic that's really important to me because you've seen it so much lately going on. The word of the year, Merriam-Webster said, was authentic. 500,000 plus searches for that word and the definition of it. And we're going to talk about being authentic on camera, on your videos on YouTube, on trying to be your true self. I'm not going to show you how to fake being authentic because you can't fake it. People smell bad a mile away or a meter away, depending on, or a kilometer away, whatever you might think. But let's be ourselves. Let's get into it. So Merriam-Webster said the most searched for word last year was authentic. It means not false or imitation, real, actual, true to one's personality, split or spirit or character, worthy of acceptance or belief as conforming to or based on fact. These are just some of the many definitions of authentic. You know, YouTube doesn't officially define authentic, but in the context of content creation, authenticity generally refers to a genuine, honest, and true to one's personality and values. It's about creating content that reflects who you are as a creator rather than trying to imitate others. Authenticity can help build trust with your audience, and as viewers tend to connect more with creators who are open, transparent, and relatable. And so you need to be yourself. So how can I show my true authentic self? And why would you want to? Let's talk about that. So be true to yourself. You know, it's like lying. Luckily, I've gotten old enough now that I don't lie because I can't remember my lies. So I just tell the truth all the time, and that's so much easier. How do you be your true self? Don't put on airs. Don't try to be somebody fake. Try to be exactly who you are in your day-to-day. It's the person that you are without having to think about it. You know, if you're having to stress about who the heck am I, then you're probably thinking too hard about it. I mean, avoid comparing yourself to others. Do you want to be Mr. Beast? Or do you want to be you? Do you want to be who you really are? Because that is who you should be. That is who you should be. And speak your truth. So one of the catches, one of the concerns, always worry about cancel culture, but we want to be who we really are and say what we truly believe and not hide behind a fake persona. Nobody wants to watch you being fake. Nobody wants to watch you trying to be Mr. Beast or whoever your favorite creators are. It's okay to borrow elements from them, but take those elements and make them your own so that people see you through it. It's, on Saturday Night Live, for example, when the actors on Saturday Night Live are pretending to be somebody, they don't try to make them look 100% like the person that they're imitating. They just try to make them look enough like that person that you recognize who they're trying to be. But they keep their true selves in there the whole time so that they can be funny and hysterical and do things that are just make them all stand out. Let's go see who's out there in the chat. Hey, I got a bunch of people. Dagan, how you doing there tonight, sir? Hey, Mommy God, how's the day going for you, friends? Hope you had your dinner. For me, it's breakfast. Having it while watching it and waiting on watching an awesome live stream. Oh, thanks. Hey, Dagan, front row seats for us today. Finally, I'm early. I know now that you're not doing Vlogmas. Yeah, you're not quite on as often. So, Sammy Superstar, how you doing, sir? Sammy, Dan, how are you, sir? How? YouTube defines authentic as Lala. That is true. Lala is definitely 100% authentic. She's probably 110% authentic. She is amazing. So, yes, the authenticity, embracing our authentic self on and off screen. Oh, damn, that made me blush. It's kind of hard to see because I've dark skin. Oh, that's funny. Yes, it's scary showing people that we're flawed. It's true. It's very scary to let people know we're flawed. And we'll talk about it in a little bit. Like, when I make mistakes and when I'm on here on YouTube and I make mistakes on a live stream, I lean into it. There's no use to make a big deal about it. It happens. Nobody is perfect. Um, Thanks, friends, for being here. It'd be awesome if you show some love to Roy, hit that like button. Yes, thank you so much for hitting the like button and definitely sharing as well. So I do appreciate that. That lets YouTube know you like the stuff I'm doing, because hopefully I'm authentic. Um, Enjoy the ride. So, I mean, when you make mistakes, lean into them. Just lean into them. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can? I have a very self-depreciating kind of humor, and some people say, "Well, you're too hard on yourself." Yeah, nobody's gonna be harder on me than I am. But it's just important to be who I am. I never want to have an inflated ego about who I am. I want very much to be humble and just I'm who I am. It took a long time for me to get comfortable in my skin. It may take you a long time as well to get comfortable in your own skin. It's a challenge. It's really hard to fall and stay in love with yourself. And I don't mean in an arrogant sort of way. I just mean to love the skin you're in, to be the person that you are, to show your true authentic self, to let people know your heart and your mind and your soul, and have that go out and reach out to others, to let people know how much you care about them. Hey, I love the community that's been built around this channel. You guys are amazing and awesome, and I'm always so thankful when you guys show up, and I just really appreciate it. And the other part is that I'm all very much about helping others. It's content creators helping content creators. You saw my new banner. I changed out the banner this weekend, and so just wanted to emphasize that the whole point of what this channel is all about is helping creators get better. And so being who you are is part of that getting to be better. And then, lean into your mistakes, be vulnerable, be transparent. It's scary. It's scary when you let your true self out there, and yes, you may get trolls, but ignore those people. They don't know you. If they knew you, they'd have your phone number. They don't have your phone number. They can't text you and say you're a bozo. They can't. They can't because they don't know your number. They don't have your email. They don't have a way to easily communicate with you. So if they're not so important that you gave them your number, then nothing they got to say has any bearing on you. It's just like that. Show your personality. I mean, like, for example, I collect Ted. I'm a huge fan of Ted Lasso, so I have a bunch of. I have like the cast of Ted Lasso is Funko Pops, because I'm a big fan of Ted Lasso. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I'm big fan of so many things, and I like showing that side of my personality and say, look, this is who I am, and hopefully you'll accept me the way I am, because that's the other part, is accepting yourself as you are, who you are. And so it's just really important to do that, to not put boundaries around who you are, and just be your authentic self. And then once you get comfortable sharing who you truly are, then make content you're passionate about. Make stuff that is amazing. That, I want to help people get better at their content creation journeys. And I know I'm not perfect. And sometimes I'm only a couple steps ahead of you in the path that you're on. And that's fine, because if I learn something and I think it's worthwhile, I want you to learn that thing too. I want you to know about it. And then I hope that the same for you, that if you've learned something and you want to share it, that you share it with others. The best way to learn something is to teach something. That is the best way to learn things. They sink into your head when you do that. And then authenticity comes from being true to yourself and your values. If what you're saying doesn't ring true with you, don't say it. Keep it to yourself. When we talked earlier, a few moments back, I talked about speaking your truth. This is hard to do because we worry about what other people think. But if deep in your heart that's exactly how you feel, then share it. Granted, you might have to share it in such a way that you don't hurt people's feelings. Maybe it's truth and love kind of thing. You just got to be careful, but be you. Be you. If you believe in something strongly, maybe that goes back to being passionate in your content creation and doing that thing, you know? Definitely creating content that people want to watch, because if you're passionate about it, people are going to catch that energy. That energy is going to come through, and they're going to want to see it. They're going to want to watch it. They're going to want to see it and be there and experience it. That's the great thing about live. That's live streaming is exciting when people can come and see what you got going on and cheer you on and want to see it and kind of live in there and see the things that you do. So let's see who else is out there. A lot of folks out there are like, yeah, okay, yeah. Thinking says, hi, la, la. Yes, friends, I have a problem accepting compliments. I think it's a cultural thing, but slowly learning how to. Thanks so much for the kind words, Roy and Dagan. La, la, if we were lying, then don't accept it. But we're telling the truth, so that should be easy to accept. Hey, Walter and Ken, hey. It's so stressful to pretend, but yeah, do it so easy. It took tons of going out there. I slowly realized people actually are okay with imperfections. Yeah, there's only been one perfect person on this earth, so and ain't us. Hey, Campmate George in the house. Hey, George, welcome. Let's see. Yes, enjoy the ride. Love that. I don't believe in being who I am. I believe in being who my wife wants me to be. Keeps me out of the doghouse. I can relate to that. Happy wife, happy life. I definitely understand that. But, you know, at the same time, I do have a lot of flaws, but luckily my wife loves me enough to let me be flawed. Just expect me to get better, but flawed all the same. Trolls are coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So just be ready for it. We always have a way to get rid of the negativity in our channels. Yes. That's why you have great moderators to go and kick people out of your channel when they're making you crazy. What a great collection. My kids collect them as well. So I've used them as shorts in the channel. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I just got like the Funko Pops. So, hey, George, how you doing out there? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ken Smith, hey, Ken, how you doing? North Pole News Dispatch, hey, welcome. How does a person be their true self when the person is an introvert and they're not comfortable being on camera? So that's a tough one, but here's what you can do. You can do a 30-day challenge. So let's talk about this. If you have trouble getting comfortable in front of a camera, then I recommend highly doing a 30-day challenge. And for those 30 days, you have to get in front of your camera, and you can just record it. You don't have to release these, just record it. But if you're comfortable enough to release them to YouTube, hey, great, that's content. But for 30 days, I challenge you to get in front of the camera and talk for 5 minutes about anything. Things you're passionate about, what happened during your day. It could be like a little video diary. You can trash these when these over, but you have to commit to 30 days. For 30 days, you have to get in front of that camera for 5 minutes. And if you do this for 30 days, you will feel so much more comfortable at the end of 30 days. It'll be easier for you to talk off the top of your head because you've built a little bit of a comfort level and you don't worry about tripping over words. If you trip over words, you trip over words. But you build a comfort level within yourself. And so I challenge you to 30 days. Get somebody to hold you accountable to say, hey, you got to do 30 days of videos, 5 minutes each video. You can take your cell phone and put it in front of you. Hey there, I'm just going to do my 5 minutes of video and talk and practice my camera skills and get comfortable talking to the camera. I can do this. 5 minutes a day, right? That's all I need. That's all you need. 5 minutes a day. You can do that for 30 days. Can you commit to that? If that's something you have trouble with, get in front of that camera and do that for 5. And you know, who knows? That 5 minutes that you record, there may be the makings of a great video idea or multiple video ideas. I find that just talking to the camera and just kind of expressing ideas in my head give me thoughts and ideas on things that I can do videos about later. I'm like, oh man, that's such a great idea. And so that's my process. I've gone live hundreds of times now. It's crazy because it's almost 3 years I've been live streaming. April, it'll be 3 years of live streaming. And so every Tuesday night going live. And so I'm just excited. Dan, that helps. Happy wife, happy life. Yes. That is true. That is true. Yes. Hang on. Go this one here. Yep. All right. So, yeah, I thank Luria for creating this mindset for me early on and being awesome in community. Yes, definitely. Luria is amazing. Great question, Walter. First time catching you live. Thank you so much for coming by, George. Thanks, George. Hope you can see us again. Yeah, I try my best. Thank you, George. Hey, Tech. Glad to catch you live. Hello to the chat. Yeah, saying hi to everybody. Yeah. Some have been wondering what happened. You were going to go to Mondays. So a thing that I was going to be involved with, some circumstances changed, and so I am going to be able to stay on my Tuesday nights. So I'm pretty excited about that. And so definitely going to be a happy, fun time at that. So, yeah, definitely hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Thinking about what's coming up here, I wanted to tell you that I've got some great shows coming up on the 23rd of this month. I am going to have Stephanie Garcia, and we're going to talk about how to promote yourself. Basically, how to, when you know you're going to do a live stream, when you're getting ready to release a video, when you're doing things on Instagram, that kind of stuff, how do you tell people about it and get people there and hopefully have them excited to be there? And so she's going to talk to us about that, and that's going to be a really great show, so I'm pretty excited about that. Next week's topic is going to be a surprise, so I won't tell you about next week yet, but I'm just totally excited about the coming up, and I've got some other guests coming up. There's going to be a lot more guests on the show in the coming months, a lot more. We'll be doing more of the content creators meetups, and so definitely love those shows. I have a couple of international editions coming up in the near future, and so yeah, hello, and everybody comes in and hangs out because I want to make sure I give you great value for your time and that you enjoy watching here. And then definitely, as Lala says, yes, Stephanie is amazing. We are so blessed to have her here next week. Well, it's week after next. Next week is a surprise. But week after, I want to go ahead and tell you that because I want you guys to all definitely be here on the 23rd for Stephanie Garcia when she's on the show, because we're going to talk about some great stuff. I'm going to be a regular here on Tuesday nights. I really need to hear what you're saying. Oh, well, thank you, Ken. I really appreciate that. And definitely, if you guys have any suggestions for topics that you'd like me to cover, let me know. I have access to some really great resources. I am working on a couple of folks to get on the show. I want to have an episode about thumbnails, so I'm working on a guest, and it seems like if he's agreeable, I may have to do a special Saturday show. Yeah, Denise, I've been watching your videos. Denise is awesome. She has a great channel. I'll be here on the 24th. Yes, be here. I said 24th. Hopefully that's what day I meant. Whatever day is Tuesday that week. I'm sorry. Let's make that the 23rd. I'm sorry. It is 23rd. I'm going to put it in the chat. Yeah. Jan, 23rd. I'm even going to spell her name right. There we go. There, I did better. Yep. So be here for that. I should pin that comment even. I'm going to start anyway. Yep. So definitely be here for that. That's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to that. That's one of the challenges I have as well, is how do you promote this? I usually go on, what do I do to promote my show? I go on Instagram, and I will either do a quick live jump in, or I'll do a story, or I'll post an image and get that down on Instagram, and then also I will post links out on Twitter. I do not get a lot of traffic from Twitter. I do get a fair amount of traffic from LinkedIn, but I've been kind of picky about what episodes I put on LinkedIn, so that's just kind of that part of that process there. So, ta-da! Yes, we are back to regular Tuesday nights. I didn't have to leave after all, so I'm excited. Very bad storms in New Jersey. Yes, we have had some bad storms here as well. Had some tornado watches. Thankfully, no tornado warnings. So hopefully everything's going okay for you there, same superstar. Back on regular schedule, by the way. Same time, same channel, friends. Yep. At some point, I'm coming on, but I'm not as talented as Debbie. Dan, we definitely need to get you on this show already. All right. Sammy, stay safe. No recording first outdoors. Yes, please be careful out there. Yes, please. Yes. Dan was scheduled to be here, and then when I had the emergency and didn't get to do that episode, due to a family emergency, I'm definitely going to get Dan on here because we definitely want to talk. I want to talk to him about LinkedIn because that's where his biggest audience is, and learn just how to get comfortable putting content out there on LinkedIn. And maybe, Dan, you could tell us what we need to do to make sure we're not running people off when we go to LinkedIn. Asteroid, I don't know. Yeah. So when I do have Dan on, we'll have to do a later night episode because Dan's got a schedule he has to stick to. So he'll be on. We'll be doing a little later when we do that. And that's it. That's our show for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody that dropped by. I'm supposed to do one call to action only, and here it is. Oh yeah, here goes. Yes, it'll happen. LinkedIn has way overdue update for me. Yep. All right. If you are not a subscriber to this channel, I would humbly appreciate if you subscribe. My shows are mostly like this. I know this feels like a short episode. When I don't have a guest, I try not to bore you any longer than I absolutely have to. Cover my topic, hang out with my friends, and then call it a night. So thank you so much to everybody. Yes, it was a quick stream. I did want to tell you, I do have a link to, I'm doing memberships now. I've had some requests to do memberships, and so I've done a Buy Me a Coffee. There is a link in my description. If that is something you're interested in, you want to support the channel, everything raised from Buy Me a Coffee goes right back into this channel, either to buy hardware or to pay for the many services that we use, such as Epidemic Sound. I have an affiliate link, but I didn't post that. So anyway, everybody have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Yeah. YouTube is going to tell you about these great videos over there. You need to go watch one of those. Whichever one YouTube tells you to watch. It'll be amazing, I'm sure.